What is up, everybody? Welcome back to this week's episode of Punters Playbook, where obviously I try and make you money. And if you watched last week's episode, then my attempts were not futile. All right, I made you money. If you watched last week's episode, I made you money. Okay, out of the 8 games, we won 4 multis. 4 multis out of 8 games. So I don't know, right home. 4 out of 8 success rate, 3 of which were some pretty decently high-paying multis, all right? We went back to the Rugby League Boy Scouts summer camp, punting summer camp, whatever you want to call it. And we learnt the basics again. We learnt how to tie Rugby League punting bowlines and granny knots and hitch knots. And we learned how to start a fire with our bare hands, all right? We learned how to purify water and how to kayak and canoe and whatever. Learned how to climb trees and shit. I don't know. But we learned how to punt again, essentially, is what I was trying to get at with that. Answer a few questions before I get into the punting, before I get into the nitty-gritty and the thick of things. You're probably wondering, hey, look, this is Punters Playbook. This isn't Round Recap. Why are we filming this on the NRL website? It's because I'm trying to... I don't know what I'm trying for here. I think I'm trying to... I think I'm trying to make this more punting friendly. I'm not sure. I don't want this to just be like in your face punting. I'm not sure. This might be a one-time thing. Just saying. I'm dipping my feet in the water right now. I'm just seeing what I like. I will come out and say we're at 1.6 thousand subscribers right now. So we're climbing rapidly, which means we're getting more eyes on us. And so it's not the Wild West anymore. You know, I can't really do what I want. So I'm going to start doing this every video, beginning and end of Punters Playbook. I can't think of how it goes right now, which probably isn't a good start, but it's something like, what's gambling really costing you for free and confidential support? And then you're like, yeah, I'll do that at the end of the start of the video. I'll make sure to memorize it. Do it at the start of the end of every video. I'll actually have like a warning too. So yeah, you know, if you're under 18, click off this video because I don't know, you can't punt. You can't punt essentially. But also stay and watch Tipper's Playbook because there's no punting involved in Tipper's Playbook. I'm just picking, right? So yeah. That leads me straight into the next thing. Tipper's Playbook. Let's get into it. Enough of the small talk. Let's get into the rugby league punting and tipping. First up, Thursday night game: Roosters versus Storm. A pretty good one, may I add. Yeah, the Chooks paying $2.42. Storm paying $1.57. I like this game. I think this is going to be a really good Thursday night game. I think it's going to be a closer game than what we expect. Obviously, it's hard playing the Storm when the Storm are coming off a loss because Craig's just into them all week in training. So I think we're going to see us. I don't know. I think so the Roosters show up for these really big games. They didn't last week against the Sharks, but they will turn up against the Storm. Both these teams coming off a loss. I'm going to take the Roosters here at $2.42. I'm going to back them again as underdogs to beat the Storm. I think the Storm are going to go on a 2-loss skid. So I'm going to take the Roosters here. Cowboys Dragons. This is a really good C-tier game between 2 C-tier teams. Cowboys $1.58, Dragons $2.39. I honestly think that the Dragons could win this, but they played a hell of a game last week, and I think they're not going to be able to back it up. And it's Queensland Country Bank Stadium, Todd Payton, Cowboys, Tom Dearden, Queensland Spirit. It's all of that. That's, getting thrown around in the dryer that the Dragons going to have to overcome. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. Broncos Parramatta. I'm going to go with the Broncos here. I think the Parramatta might have a glimmering chance. Now Mitch and Moses is back. Footy Dean playing at 6, Mitch playing at 7. And I think they have a decent chance, but I'm going to have to take the Broncos here. I think the Broncos, they are rolling downhill. Not in the bad downhill either. Like, they have climbed their mountain and now they're rolling downhill for finals footy. Makes no sense. Anyway. So yeah, Broncos. Warriors, Titans. I'm going to take the Warriors here. Well, there's a microphone in the way. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm taking the Warriors here. Penrith Tigers. This might be my game of the round. I enjoyed the last game these two teams were in. It was very exciting. It's always good to see Penrith versus the old Penrith Wise Sages versus the current Penrith players. So yeah, I'm gonna take. I took the Tigers last time, and I'm not gonna make the mistake again. I'm gonna take the Penrith Panthers here. Rabbitohs Sharks. Rabbitohs guys, my team. Although I'm wearing a Warriors hoodie, they're my team. I can't just be a little bitch and cower out of it now, right? I can't give up on the support I've had for this club over the years, even in the darkest of times, and it's dark right now. All we can hope for is Jai Gray is back. I didn't even mean to click on this, but if you just want to see a teams list here, Jai Gray is back. Alex Johnson. This is what the team's looking like. It's not looking good. Lewis Dodds is finally starting at number 7. And yeah, pretty average. Look, it's insane. Like, the injuries have just gotten 10 times worse out of nowhere. 10 times worse out of nowhere. Like, Latrell, Keon, Humphreys, all gone. Campbell Graham, all gone. Like, it looked like we were getting better, and now it's worse again. So, yeah. Yeah, what's going on? Oh, here we are. Raiders versus Knights. I'm going to go with the Raiders. Makes sense. You like it? Take it. And Bulldogs versus Manly. I'm going to take the Bulldogs here. I don't think Manly are going to go 4 on the trot. I think they're going to lose this one. So yeah, that's all my tips. That's all my tips. What have we got on? Quick run through once again. Roosters, Cowboys, Broncos, Warriors, Penrith, Rabbitohs, Raiders, Bulldogs. I've picked all the home sides, so be that what it is. Cool. Cool. I think we get into the nitty gritty now. We get into to punting, Punters Playbook. I'm gonna let you guys look at all the teams lists here while I get all this stuff organised. It probably should have been organised in the first place, but you know what? We're not perfect here, but we do win multis now. All right, we do win multis since going back to the basics. And for those of you who are asking, hey, are you going to go back to your ways of picking 3 try scorers, a lock, a back rower, and and a halfback or something? Are you going to go back to doing that? No, I'm going to stay conservative for the rest of the season. All right. Rightio, stats for the Roosters Storm game. Head-to-head, Melbourne have won last of their 19 matches following a loss. It's just simple. It's Melbourne Storm logic. If you know the game of rugby league, if you've watched the Melbourne Storm throughout the years, you'll understand that. Overs, 6 of Sydney's last 7 home matches have gone over the total match points line. And a few try scorer odds. Mark Nawaqanitawase has been the first try scorer in each of Sydney's last 2 matches against opponents that were ranked in the top 4. So yeah, it's a first try scorer stat there. Melbourne Storm have won the first half in each of their last 6 matches against Sydney. James Tedesco scored a try in each of Sydney's last 4 home matches. Xavier Coates has scored at least 1 try in 4 of his last 5 appearances against Sydney. Jerome Hughes has scored a try in each of his last 3 appearances with Melbourne as a favourite against Sydney. And Grant Anderson has scored 2 tries in each of his 2 previous appearances against the Roosters. And Mark Nawaqanitawase has scored 2 tries in each of Sydney's last 2 home matches. So yeah, some interesting stats there. What am I going to do? What am I going to do here? Grant Anderson for a double sounds really good to me. All right, taking Granny and for a double is resonating for me. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to take Grant Anderson for a double because it's as easy as it sounds. It's not easy, and the wise man knows he knows nothing at all. So I'm going to go with... Oh, I don't know, but now the more I think about it, like Xavier Coates scored 2 last week. Is he going to score, Oh, guys, I don't know. I don't know about this one. This is a difficult game. I'm going to go Roosters. Mark Nwanganita-Wase, Grant Anderson. That's a pretty big one. I expect that one not to hit. But if it does, you'll hear about it next Wednesday. Cowboys, who's playing? Cowboys Dragons. This game should have some tries in it, all right? This game should definitely have some rugby league tries in it. Head-to-head. The favourite has won each of the Dragons' last 9 night matches. So that's the Cows, and it's at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Just a lot of aura there for the Cowboys. Get out of here, free advertisement. Each of the Cowboys' last 4 home matches have gone over the total match points line when they faced the Dragons. The Cowboys have won the first half in each of their last 4 matches against the Dragons. In each of the Cowboys' last 4 matches, the opposition's starting right second row has scored a try. And that's Jaden Sewer, for those of you who don't know positionals, players for the Dragons, whatever. Jaden Sewer has been scoring tries as well, just a highlight. Back rowers scoring tries. In each of the Dragons' last 4 matches, its starting left wing has scored at least 1 try, Corey Allen. Jeremiah Nanai has scored at least 1 try in 4 of the Cowboys' last 5 matches as a favourite. Tyrell Sloan has scored at least 1 try in each of the Dragons' last 3 matches. Scott Drinkwater has scored at least 1 try in each of the Cowboys' last 4 matches. And Purdue has scored in 3 of the Cowboys' last 4 matches against teams on a losing streak. Oh my god. Got something in my throat. Pause. I'm going to go Jaden Sewer anytime. Cowboys to win. Because, well, he's a back rower. And he's paying $4.50, and I like that. I like my back rowers paying $4.50. Broncos, Parramatta. Let me get some stats for that. Oh my god, I don't know what that was. Something got me, though. Something got me bad. Rightio, where am I at here? Head-to-head. Parramatta have lost each of their last 12 matches as an away underdog when playing with a rest disadvantage. Because this game's getting played at Suncorp, by the way. BT Dubs. It's a Suncorp game. 5 of Parramatta's last 6 matches at Suncorp Stadium have gone over the total match points line. Parramatta has scored 11 to 20 points in each of their last 4 interstate matches. Josh Adokar has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 7 previous appearances against the Broncos. Yeah, okay, that's crazy. The Shib has scored at least 1 try in each of Brisbane's last 5 home matches. Zaki Lomax has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 6 Friday appearances. Josiah Karipani, in each of Parramatta's last 4 matches, the opposition's starting right wing has scored at least 1 try. Ezra Mam has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 3 appearances against Parramatta. And Will Penasini has scored at least 1 try in each of Parramatta's last 2 matches against the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium. So, my multi for this one, I'm going to go Broncos. I'm going to go Karipani. And I'm going to go Will Penasini. That could be a real... No, you know what? No. Broncos, Karipani, Josh Adokar. Conservative. Keeping them conservative, guys. Not trying to get too out of hand with these picks. Where's that put us? The Warriors versus the Titans now. Where's this? This is in New Zealand, yeah? Go Media Stadium, Auckland, baby. Head-to-head, the Gold Coast Titans have lost 9 of their last 10 matches against opponents that were ranked in the top 8, and I'm sure there's probably a stat in there that the Titans have lost majority of their games against the Warriors in Auckland at Go Media Stadium. In 4 of the New Zealand Warriors' last 5 matches against the Gold Coast have gone under the total match points line. Each of Gold Coast's last 4 away matches, the opposition's starting right centre has scored at least 1 try. That's Adam Pompey. Jojo Fafita has scored at least 1 try in each of the Gold Coast last 4 matches against teams that were on a winning streak. Leka Halasima has scored a try in 5 of New Zealand's last 6 matches. Jaden Campbell has scored at least 1 try in 4 of his last 5 previous appearances against the Wars. And Beau Fermor has scored in 3 of his last 4 appearances against the Wars as well. So there's money in there. Okay, there's money in there, and I've just got to dig around and find it. So I'm going to go with 2 try scorers in this one. Oh no, you know what? No, I'm just going to go with Beau Fermor. Beau Fermor anytime. Thanks. Beau Fermor anytime. Keeping it simple, guys. Even though, you know, we're finished with Rugby League, Boy Scouts, Boot Camp, whatever you want to call it, doesn't mean the work isn't done. Doesn't mean we can just disregard the lessons we've learned. All right, we still have to utilise them in day-to-day punting life. In the clash between Penrith and the Tigers, head-to-head, Penrith have won each of its last 6 matches. So they're on a 6-game win streak. Right, if you're simple, that didn't make sense to you. Total match points. Each of the last 11 matches between Penrith and the Tigers have gone under the total match points line. Penrith have won the first half in 10 of their last 11 matches on an 8-day turnaround. Milky Bar Kid stat. In each of the Tigers' last 7 matches at CommBank Stadium, the opposition starting right wing has scored a try. Casey McLean has scored a try in 1 try in 4 of his last 5 home appearances against opponents that were ranked lower on the ladder. Tony Sakar, in 3 of Penrith's last 4 matches, opposition's starting right second row scored a try. He's paying $6.50. And Sonny Taruva has scored at least 1 try in 3 of his last 4 appearances at CommBank Stadium. He's playing at fullback, but I don't think that rules him out for a try scorer. I'm going to go Penrith to win, Milky Bar Kid, and... Ooh, gee, I don't know. Who's playing for him? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Liam Marto's not back. When's Marto come back? Let's let's go Penrith to win, Blaze Talangi anytime. Probably going to regret that one. I don't know if I see Blaze Talangi scoring, but I just like saying his name. Blaze Talangi, Blaze. 420, Blaze. Not too many to go here now. Rabbitohs Sharks. Head-to-head. South Sydney have lost each of their last 12 matches against teams on a winning streak. Go figure. Each of Cronulla's last 4 matches at Polytech Stadium have gone over the total match points line. Where's Polytech Stadium? Can we pull up on screen really quick where Polytech Stadium is? Because I don't know where that is. So yeah, overs. Alex Johnson has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 6 appearances against opponents that were ranked in the top 8. In each of Cronulla's last 4 matches at Polytech Stadium, its starting left centre has scored at least 1 try. That's Talakai. Braden Trindle has scored at least 1 try in 4 of Cronulla's last 5 matches against South Sydney. Tallis Duncan, in 3 of Cronulla's last 4 matches, the opposition starting left centre has scored at least 1 try. Jack Whiten has scored at least 1 try in 3 of his last 4 appearances against Cronulla outside of Sydney. I'm gonna go Jack Whiten. I'm gonna go Jack Whiten. Sharks to win. Jack White and Sharks to win. It's upsetting, I know, but oh well. Times they are changing. Bob Dylan. It's a Bob Dylan song. What is that one? What was that song called? I don't know. Canberra versus the Knights. Head-to-head, Newcastle have lost each of their last 20 matches against a team that was on top of the ladder. Each of Canberra's last 6 home matches have gone over the total match points line. Zach Hosking has scored a try in 5 of Canberra's last 6 home matches. Huddy Young has scored in 4 of his last 5 appearances in Canberra as a favourite against Newcastle. Real specific. Fletcher Hunt has scored a try in each of his 3 previous appearances against opponents that were ranked in the top 8. Kyo Weeks has scored a try in 3 of his 4 previous appearances against the Newcastle Knights. And Bradman Best has scored at least 1 try in 3 of Newcastle's last 4 interstate matches. I am going to go Kyo Weeks and Bradman Best. I'm going to chase down a Bradman again this week. I'm going to go Kyo Weeks and Bradman Best. Or am I going too deep into that? Am I looking too much into that? Don't know. Don't care. Don't care. Last game. Last game here, guys. Match insights. Rightio, head to head. Manly have won each of their last 4 matches as an underdog. Each of Canberra's last 6 matches have gone under the total match points line. Turbo has scored at least 1 try in 7 of his last 8 appearances against the Bulldogs. Ruby G has scored at least 1 try in each of Manly's last 4 matches. Daly Cherry Evans has scored at least 1 try in 4 of Manly's last 5 matches against the Bulldogs. Critter has scored at least 1 try in 4 of his last 5 appearances against Manly. And Arani Talala in each of the Bulldogs' last 3 matches, its starting left wing has scored a try. I'm going to go with Critter Bulldogs to win. That's my multi for that game. And, Dolphins not playing, so don't even know why I brought that up. Onto the board, guys. I don't. It's all digitized now, and I did some poor preparation. So we're gonna have a quick cut, and then we'll be back, of course. All right, guys, we're back. Okay. I don't know how seamless and cool that transition looked. I hope it looked pretty sick. But we're back. We're looking at the board now. Cash cows, long shots, locks. You know how it works, all right? There's been too many episodes of this for me to go through it. Cash cows for this week's not many. We got Dragons, $2.49. Manly, $2.25. And the Roosters are $2.25. They're all teams who I think have a better chance than the rest. And locks this week, it's just like all the top 8 teams have just got a layup. So the Broncos are $1.24. Storm, $1.65. Waz, $1.28. Penrith, $1.28. Sharks, $1.22. And Raiders, $1.20. Into the long shots, Knights, $4.60. Rabbitohs, $4.25. Tigers, $3.90. Titans, $3.75. And Parramatta, $3.10. Oh, $4.10, sorry. A lot of locks this week. A lot of just like pick them. Pick them for the sake of picking them. Cash cows, locks, long shots. You get it. Try time. Right? My favourite time. My favourite time of the week is try time. So Xavier Coates at $1.92. He was in try scoring form last week. I probably should have put Greeny Ant on here because I just feel like Greeny Ant it's probably going to have a better chance, but I put Coatesy. Current day and age, it's Coatesy. Ethan King. Playing in the centres for the Roosters. Not too sure what made me put him on here. But I did. I put him on here. I don't know why I did it, but he's on here now. Ethan King. Hopefully you have a crack, lad. It's probably because he's a debutant. And debutants score tries. Corey Allen at $2.10. He's dropped now to $2.05, but, still decent odds. Scotty Drinkwater, $2.35. Mitchy Mose, $5.25. I think he's just going to be out there looking for a try. Don't know. Coming back off injury, he's a halfback. He's really good. Got a good left foot. I think he's going to score a try. Jordan Ricky, $4.80. It's back roll weather. Jalen DeGroot scored a double last week, $2.50. Thank you very much. Chance Nickel Kluckstead back off injury, $2.75. Appy Coruscant, $6.40. Mitch Kinney, $6.40. So if you see where I'm going with that, Penrith and Tigers, $6.40 hookers. Pause. I took them both. Pause. Alex Johnson, 205. You never pass up Jono at 2s. Trindle, $3.30. Dom Young, $2.35. Jetty Stewart, $1.95. Jacob Keras, $2.10. And Tommy Turbo at $2.65. Thanks for coming. They're all try scorers. They're all going to score this week. They're all going to score. And then the last thing on the board is the trawler bet. It's where we trawl on a bet. And this week, I've gone for immortality. This week, I have hunted. I'm trying to get my name edged into the stars. And I've hunted down 5 try scorers across the whole round. Hear me out. At number 1, Marky Mark. Mark Nwanganitawasa. We know he scores tries. I think he can score one against the Storm. He hasn't been getting as much ball time with Sam Walker being back. But Sandon Smith being back into the side, I know Hugo Savala was sort of the one setting up for Marky Mark. But I think Sandon Smith is going to work with my boy Marky Mark. So, Marky Mark to score first. Then I got Gutho. I backed Gutho last week. Didn't get any results. He's playing the Cowboys. He will score a try. I'm going with Gutho here. Number 3, and this is where the bet gets its immortality from. This is where it gets its odds from. Ben Hunt, hooker for the Broncos. I've seen him score them. I've seen Ben Hunt score them. Sure as shit, I've seen Ben Hunt score tries, all right? But has he I haven't seen him score one for the Broncos in toots, man. Toots. It's been toots. I haven't seen him score one for the Broncos in toots. So I think tonight, this weekend will be his weekend. It'll be the weekend of weekends for Ben Hunt. He's going to score a try. Please. And then Addo-Carr, self-explanatory, winger, $2. Alex Johnson, self-explanatory, winger, $2. All of that comes up to $104.88. Dollar odds, whatever. That is seriously rugby league punting immortality. If that hits, that's retire. And I'll be putting, well, I'll tell you what, I'll be putting a bit of money on that. No, the whole idea of a trawler bet is only to put $5 on it. But anyway, that's the board. With the board done, and stats and multis and picks done, I think that's us, guys. I think that's us. I think this is how I'm gonna finish the video. Just me in the middle of the screen here. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Of course, thanks. I can get you guys to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I have a really blasé attitude when I do this. I'm not like the video, subscribe. Nah, like the video, guys, and subscribe to the channel. We've been doing really amazing. I've been having a lot of fun lately making these videos, and a little like on the video and you guys subscribing fuels the fire, puts kindling on the fire, and makes me want to just get in, settle into my rugby league punting / round recap / fight IQ work. So check out my socials, Instagram, TikTok. You know what they are. You've seen them before. Trying to get to 100 followers on Instagram. We're pretty close. We're at 86. So just one final push of a few Fight and Field Insights fans, and we are going to get 100 followers. Yeah, that's it from me, guys. Have a good week. Have a great weekend of punting. Make a bit of money. I hope we've taken another few conservative picks for you guys. And yeah, see you on the flip side.